All right. So you have the Three of Pentacles. Underneath that, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, see, Ten of Pentacles is about family, friends, relationships. You know, this is about bringing people into it. Now, you've been independent and single for quite some time, and I think now you're like looking towards the future because where you've already succeeded in that stable, independent, situation. Like, you've already gotten yourself under control. You know that you're stable in yourself, but it's about expansion now because the situation is showing that I feel like the situation is showing that there's planning for the future with the people involved now. Because there's no longer just you, solo you. And the reason why, too, is because it's probably boring the mess out of you now. Because you're getting bored, you're looking for your new adventure, but you're not necessarily sure you want to leave that gilded cage to do it. There's other people that, you know that the next step is probably involving others, which is, involving a relationship, because you do have the Two of Cups here, and that's the only card of cards that were really relevant for the people to me, if I was going to talk about other people other than the Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles rather. Um, yeah, it's just like, yeah, you're bored, but I feel like I get this feeling that you don't necessarily want to break out of your comfort zone per se, because you know that you have everything that you need, you're in control of that area, most importantly, you're very familiar with that, and that's just, that's it. Now, the Queen of Wands is the heart of your reading, the challenge, which is someone that's fearless, someone that is willing to do what they need to do to get to wherever they want to be, right? Ruthlessness, someone that's also never bored, someone that's always having fun, life of the party, sort of someone that emits their energy and that feels comfortable in their own skin. This Queen of Wands is very much comfortable in her own skin. She doesn't care about the status quo. She's someone that doesn't care about how she looks, and I don't think that you care about the status quo. It's not about pretty much going through life without feeling judged, because you don't let anybody's judgments define you anyway. Usually that's the basic energy of an Aquarius, right? You don't let people kind of keep you down. Now, I do get this feeling though, going into something with confidence is the trouble, because you think you're confident in other areas, especially financial, practical, as far as routines and health goes, or whatever. Anything that revolves around you, you're confident in doing it. But when it comes to relationships, that's another that's another thing. That's another aspect. That's another journey. And I think that the situation is more about going into something relationship wise, but something with passion, confidently. Because right now you have this on pause. You have that on pause right now. You're in a resting period. You're like, let me take a moment to reevaluate. Because right now you're trying. It's almost like you're looking like you're really questioning your confidence, questioning your sense of self, because right now I feel like with that moon coming up, we had we had the Ten of Pentacles and the moon that came up, and that too right there is like, yeah, there's commitment though, but there's some sort of scary sort of energy that you're getting from that. You're afraid of commitment. Like, there's something that you're afraid of, like, oh no, hell no, wait a second, I don't know about this sort of energy. Now, the past, you have the sun, which is their foundation. So there's clarity. There's very much some clarity. The path to happiness is very clear. You know where that's going. The potential for happiness is there too. I feel like you also were in a really good place in the past as well. But now you're dealing with the Three of Swords. I feel like you know the path to happiness, and it kind of, you see the obstacles of lying ahead, and it has to do with the Three of Swords, which would explain why you have the Four of Swords in your crossing energy right now, because you are possibly going through a healing process, or maybe you're feeling more restless than anything. And the restlessness is because you're not giving yourself time to heal, give yourself time to recover, because you're really wanting to get up and go and do things new, but you have Three Swords here that's keeping you from doing that, right? So when you're not healing and getting rid of the Three of Swords, you're causing yourself more of like a congested sort of energy. It's kind of getting congested in a way. It was like, that that's there, but it's like, ugh, you don't really want to deal with that. Now, the Three of Swords could have been like, Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles, that to me could indicate that there may be some pains, some old issues regarding some past situation with some sort of plans that you made with someone else. You know what I'm saying? There may have been some plans that you made or something like that, and it may have fallen through. It may have been, it may have been stifled or something. But the situation now is saying that you've overcome so much. The Three of Swords are kind of the thing that's kind of keeping your heart from pumping in a way that's healthy, that's better for you, and honestly that can make you feel better approaching certain situations. You know, it will truly give you your confidence back. You know, because right now I feel a great deal of restlessness, but no real action, no real desire to do anything about it, because obviously this hurts. And it's talking about stepping outside of your comfort zone as well. Like, I think you are planning for the future. This is about planning for the future, but from your comfort zone in a sense. But you know where you're going. You know what it looks like. It's dealing with this now that's causing a little bit of an issue, right? But I don't think this is going to last forever. That's one of those things. Like, I think you are aware of this and you know the obstacles there. And eventually you're going to have to just deal with it and just kind of go through those old issues and those old pains and just be like, hey, you know what? You know, it is what it is. I forgive the situation for what happened. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to forgive whatever happened so I can be free. Because truly, you're not free. You know, it's almost like it's like I said before, I don't know if I said it last week, but you are in a bondage sort of situation with yourself. And it's because of this old issue. But I feel like right now, this next couple of weeks, you're facing it head on. You're trying to be brave about this, and you're really going to be hashing it out because you're tired of being in a situation where there's no movement. You're tired of being restless. You're tired of being bored. You're tired of nothing working out or being, fun or enjoyable in any aspects. Because right now, this is not appealing. Nothing's really appealing. Everything is losing its flavor. Everything's becoming more bland. And I feel like it's because of just the pains that are keeping you from being able to truly enjoy everything or take new opportunities or take a different step in a different direction. Now, the thing that concerns me a little bit is this Four of Pentacles here that you've got in your future. Now, that kind of concerns me a little bit, like I was saying, because it talks about holding back, keeping things in, not opening up. Now, you already had the Nine of Pentacles. It's a little better than the Four of Pentacles, but in a way, it's still, it's still kind of, it's still a comfort zone. But I feel like you guys may end up reevaluating your value system at the same time because the Four of Swords crossing. So it's not necessarily 100% bad. A little concerning because that Four of Pentacles is there. And I do feel like you may kind of clam up a little bit more, kind of hold back and not express too much. And that may be because, you feel like maybe the problem, the issues that you have here has to do with you even opening up in the first place, which I don't agree with. You know what I mean? The fact that you're not out there already perhaps is maybe you're putting yourself out there, and the reason why you're taking a break maybe is because you are exposing yourself too much, and you may need to just kind of give yourself hold back a little bit, not give too much at the front door. But at the same time, you got to be careful with this energy because it can keep you from manifesting at all. It can keep you from doing things or moving forward at all. Four of Pentacles is not a progression kind of card here. You don't move forward with holding on to everything that you've got. You're not really looking at any way of, expanding that. You're just looking at what you can do to maintain. If you're trying to maintain something, this is a perfect card. The Four of Pentacles is a perfect card. Because you can't do anything more with the Four of Pentacles other than maintain and reevaluate and reassess your value. You could be really assessing your value here with that Four of Swords, like I was saying before, but I feel like it could get really dangerous real fast. Because if you're trying to kind of keep things at a stable, one-dimensional kind of thing, you're heading in the right direction. Goal, aim, ambition is the Two of Cups, though. So I don't know if you guys are looking for a relationship, or your goal and ambition is to connect with somebody that is, at least someone new, someone exciting, someone that can kind of get you going, someone that has the same sort of desires or wants or feelings as you do. Maybe you're trying to look for someone like that, because right now you're a one-man band or a one-woman band at the moment, and it's like, yeah, you're good, but it's still lonely. Now, the Queen of Wands is good at doing anything and everything on her own, but that doesn't mean she may enjoy doing that by herself. She's the King of Wands, usually have a party. So there's no King of Wands anywhere for her. So she's doing everything by herself. So it may be that you're tired of feeling like you're not being seen or not being accepted for who you are. Right? Maybe you hold back because you don't think people will really accept you for who you truly are, even though you show everything. But I feel like for some of you guys, you may want to have someone in your life that sees you, that feels the same way that you do, that connects with you the same very way as you feel about yourself. Sorry guys, it's getting dark outside. But I feel like with the Two of Cups here, I feel like you are desiring some sort of connection with someone. You're desiring someone that kind of sees you for who you are, and that really gets you the most. And I feel like perhaps maybe the Four of Pentacles is you holding back, but to really see what you deserve, so you can then put yourself back out there. Now the Magician is coming up in your external energy. Now the Magician coming up like this is awesome, because this is talking about being prepared and being prepared to handle situations that may not be, that may make you feel like you're not ready for it. But usually that's, it's knowing that you have everything that you need. You have all the tools, all the kits, everything that you need to handle a certain situation. You have everything you need to handle this Three of Swords, to tackle these pains, these old issues. Okay, and I feel like it may not feel like that right now, but trust me, it's you have everything. Nothing is ever given to you without ever, without you being prepared for it. You do have everything you need. And the reason why the Magician is number 1 in the tarot is because you start out with having everything you need. Even the Fool, he had a bag. He knew what he needed. He had everything he needed to be able to, to tackle a situation. So in your outcome, you have the Page of Pentacles. So I don't know who offers you this cup, or this Pentacles. This some sort of offer of love. Or not offer of love, but offer of something stable, something that definitely will require commitment. I don't know if this Queen of Wands could be someone else. Could be someone else, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, somebody that around you that, maybe is not moving or not doing anything at all because there's some sort of old issues that you have to take care of until this person comes out to say something. But I feel like, most importantly, either you get some sort of offer here, or this is like I was saying before, the Four of Pentacles, you reevaluate your value. You reassess your value. You kind of figure out what it is that you deserve. You feel you deserve anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what your romance angels is, as it's getting dark like this. So, so you guys can still somewhat see. Computer here, so you guys can still see. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't expect it to get so dark so fast. When the clocks go back, it kind of feels like you're missing some hours in the day. So you guys have, oh my goodness, love yourself first. Like it. Love yourself first. And it says, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that goes back to that Three of Swords right there. The way you heal those energies is by loving yourself, loving the situation. Well, giving love to yourself for a situation that didn't turn out the best, turn out in the way that, could have been better, right? And allowing that, whatever's stopping this up to just be, be free, so you can be free. It's not condoning the actions of what happened. It's not condoning the actions of whoever did anything to you. It's just allowing you to be free at the end of the day. But it all comes from loving yourself first, and seeing yourself as, the person worthy of having a relationship or being in a relationship. If you want it. Know you belong. The same card as Sagittarius got. I'll read you the affirmation for that too. I read it for Sagittarius, so I'll read it for you as well. But that talks about, knowing where you belong, knowing the people that, have your back, being with people that truly accept you for you and not anything other than that. Don't change yourself, not changing yourself for anyone else. Just being authentic to who you are and being accepted for who you are. So let me go ahead and still read you the affirmation, even though that's pretty much it. I just like to read it because, it says it better than I do sometimes. Let me go ahead and see what's going on. Alright, know you belong. You have place, you have purpose, you are special. Do not change who you are just so others might accept you. Do not dishonor your truth by allowing someone else to tell you who you must be. Change made just so you fit the expectations of social criteria of a clique or a group does not honor you. You do not need to change in order to belong. You are a blessed child of Gaia in great spirit and belong simply because you are. So that's pretty much, what that means, right, y'all? Aquarians, y'all, your true authentic self by being your true authentic self. And if you feel like you're in a situation where people don't see you, I don't think that this means to, not necessarily to run and hide or to just distance yourself, but I can understand why you want to find someone that really sees you for who you are, right? you've been in the limelight for a long time. Usually the star would be like the famous, you know, the people seeing this, you know, like the superstar card rather. Gosh, there we go. But there's exposure here. You have been seen, but I don't know. It's almost like you don't really like the attention. You don't want to be seen by the world. You want to be seen by another, by someone, by one particular individual. You know. And it's almost like you being put out there was given this opportunity to have this one person come out. But you're feeling more and more inclined to just retract and let go because you're getting more of what you don't like. As a matter of fact, you may be getting more disappointment. But it's not. But if you love yourself the way that you want the other person to love you, I feel like that person will come. The person will. You will attract that individual. All right. And the Page of Pentacles definitely seems way more promising now too.